everybody, it's Yuriko. I had an interesting couple of days. Yeah, I did. But I wanted to get on the topic of Halloween. The most wonderful time of the year before Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now, I understand Christmas is madness, and then Thanksgiving is leading up to that madness, which is so great. Yeah, but then there's one little enjoyment out of it. Halloween. Of course, that's the kickoff to all this crap anyways. But, anywho, we'll get on to Halloween costumes. Which I know everybody's going to be posting pictures and everybody's going to be saying, oh, I'm going to be doing this, this, and this. That's awesome. Especially if you dress up with your kids. And if you have kids and you dress up with them, that's great. Because that's what I'm doing. I let my daughter pick out the theme this year. It's Super Mario Brothers. And my husband and son are going to be Mario and Luigi. And my daughter had the wonderful idea of dressing up as Princess Daisy and Princess Peach. So I decided to rebel against the dresses. They were kind of god-awful anyways. But, and decided to modernize everything. Now, I've posted pictures up in Gamer Goddesses and the whole nine. They're there. And I will put up pictures as me and with me in the outfit and my daughter in the outfit. I promise. I promise I will do that. But, I don't know if you guys have, and wherever you guys are at, guys, gals alike, if you have a permanent Halloween store anywhere, and I'm not talking about like Spencer's or anything like that. That's not a Halloween store. That's more like a gag gift store, and a gag gift store, and a store you go into when you're drunk, you know, and you wanted to get a good giggle. But we have a temporary Halloween store out here. It's called Spirits Halloween. And if you want to look up what I'm going to be talking about, feel free to go ahead. It's called SpiritsHalloween.com, I think. I'm pretty sure. Anywho, I went into their little temporary store, and of course they've got it all decked out for Halloween, which freaking was awesome. Oh my god, I'm like the biggest fan of Halloween ever. You don't understand. In the middle, as soon as you enter in through the doors, in the middle, there's a big display of animatronics and stuff you can buy, and they're all really expensive. But, and honestly, I think actually a couple of them are worth the money. And the front of it didn't show all the animatronics. If you went further into the back of the store, there was more animatronics in there, and it was actually really cool. And of course, you know, my husband decided to be the, you know, the dork that he is, go walking in there and get the crap scared out of him. Just by the animatronics, because he thought it'd be cute to step on the little pressure plates that they had for the animatronics. And he knew how they worked, and he stepped on the ones that were in the front of the store, but yet he goes walking into the back, and of course they've got this little setup there. You know, there's one back, you know, part of the wall, and there's like 5 animatronics there. And he just walked across, and just right through all of it, and I'm like, you idiot. Of course, he jumped at the first one, was expecting something from the second one, and it sat there for a minute. Didn't do anything. And then he goes, huh, it's broken. Walks past it, gets the crap scared out of him again. And it's like, that's the jump scare factor there, sweetheart. Me, on the other hand, I'm standing on the outside of this, watching. I should have filmed it. I should have gotten it on video. It was funnier than heck. And I should have posted it to the channel. I am so sorry I didn't. But, that's not the only trip we're going to be making out to that store. So, hopefully if he doesn't remember, I'll film it again and post it. That's all right. I'll make my 10-year-old daughter go through it. That should be funny, because she's easily rattled by stuff like that. But anyways, on to Halloween and the costumes. Well, the big display was in the middle, and of course on the left side there was the cash registers, and you know, like the little nitpicky trick-or-treat bags and the plastic ones and all that other stuff, and there was flashlights and all that kind of cool stuff. And then on the right-hand side started Marvel and DC and Star Wars. Star Wars were on the side wall there, and of course I'm geeking out like crazy. I'm like, oh my god, it's DC, Marvel, There's Star Wars, you know. And I kind of go trotting over there. And of course, my 10-year-old daughter's sitting there and she wandered off somewhere else, you know. I've got her within eyesight. And then my son is with my husband. And they're looking at all the stuff. And of course, my son's just golf ball eyed, like, dude, what is going on? Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff here. And he wasn't fazed by any of the animatronics that my husband was setting off. He just looked at him like, is it really supposed to do that? Okay. Nothing fazed him. He didn't cry or anything like that. And he's a little over a year old, just to make sure you guys knew that. He didn't cry or anything. He was actually a really good trooper throughout all of it. And he was just looking at it like, okay, whatever. Oh, you're going to go through that? I'm going to stay with mom, you know. And then, okay, dad's back out of it. All right, dad, come here, you know. And he just kept switching between us all night. And, you know, and we only stayed there for maybe about an hour. They had a lot of stuff and we couldn't exactly go sift through all of it. But anyways, back to the costumes. Costumes are kick-ass, like always. Of course, there's, you know, there's some funny ones and there's some, oh my God, why would you make a costume out of that ones? And then there's, on the back wall was masks on one side and then there was accessories and other stuff on the other side. And of course, I'm into like the gothic chick stuff and you know, I'm not into the clown stuff. That's kind of creepy, a little bit creepy, but not Harley Quinn or not the Joker. No, those guys aren't creepy at all. Those guys are cool. And of course, you know, over here on the right hand side, they had the Marvel and DC stuff. Well, I geeked out because I saw a Deadpool t-shirt and it was $20 and it was really cool. And I was like, ah, and then I looked underneath it. There was socks and there was a beanie. And then of course they had suspenders. Why they have suspenders at Deadpool? I don't know. But they did that with Captain America. They had a t-shirt of that. I geeked out, but I got really mad because they didn't have it my size. Then they had Iron Man and Hulk sitting there. And of course, you know, my husband goes wandering over to Iron Man and Hulk. He's the big Iron Man fan. I know we need to teach him some taste and, you know, and expand a little bit. But see, the really weird thing is they didn't have Hawkeye. They did not. They didn't have any Loki either. And that I was kind of mad at. But and then if you turned around, there was the women's section and there was the DC side of it. There was Batgirl, there was Wonder Woman, there was Harley Quinn was in there. There was the Joker for a girl. And most of it was corsets. Now, I have no problem with corsets, and I have no problem with the smaller size girls running around in those things. If you can rock it, go for it. You know, we understand why you bought it. Some of the time. There's the reason why those costumes get a really bad rep is because the wrong people buy them for the wrong idea. Okay, if they're not into the DC or the comic books or the DC or Marvel comic books or anything like that, they're going to use it for some other reason. Yeah, that one. And that's what gives it a bad rep. That's what gives those kind of skimpy costumes a really bad rep because they represent, actually, I don't want to seem mean about this, but the size of the superhero or villain you're portraying, you know, because Black Widow, Wonder Woman, Batgirl, they're all scrawny girls, you know, and that's not the luck of the draw. That's just how they were drawn that way. You know, that was the norm. That was okay, you know. And to tell you the truth, I would really love to see Marvel or DC make a fuller figure girl a superhero. And not a villain. Please don't make them a villain because we get that rep all the time. Don't make them villains. If you're going to make a villain, make sure she's kick-ass to boot, okay? Yeah. Let's see you do that one. But there was these little corsets hanging there. And of course, you know, there's a Harley Quinn one. And of course, I'm like, over it. I know I can't fit into it. I know you know, I can't attempt to squeeze my tummy in there, let alone get one of my of my girls into one of those cups that they got there, because I know dang well that one good cough and it's out. It's gone. See ya. Hi. Sorry. You know, when it, you know, it's like, oh, sorry. I'll get you some ice for that. You know, I didn't mean to hit you from that far away kind of deal. But I'm sitting there looking at the corsets, and I'm like geeking out because they've got the Harley Quinn. They even had the pullover with her oh the old cartoon from when I was going to school. Of course, I was going to school between 1996 to 2000. Okay, tell you how old I am. I was born in 81, and my birthday's coming up. It's in December. Anyways, if you need a pencil and a piece of paper, then let me know. But, and they had it from that, they had the costumes from that cartoon series, the Batman cartoon series. And I was geeking out over that. I'm like, oh my gosh, they actually did it. They didn't just do Arkham Asylum. You know, they had that there too, which was cool. I like that outfit too. But they actually had the hood with the jester, you know, where her pigtails sat and the whole nine. And I'm like, ah, that's cool. Well, to ruin my fun of it, there was these two teenage girls that were standing there looking at the Batman, or the Batgirl, I'm sorry, because there was a Batgirl dress there too, and I'm like, that's okay, I wouldn't wear it, but, you know, somebody else that didn't give a shit about what anybody else thought could wear it, go for it, you know. They were looking at the dress, and of course, with the corsets, they were going on to the lingerie side, not the costume side. They had matching undies with them. And I'm like, okay, well, okay, yeah, that's fine. You know, if you're going to do that on Halloween night and you want to treat your man to be like, look, I'm Batgirl and I have the panties to prove it kind of deal, go ahead, go for it. You know, geek him out too. He'll love it. No premature geekulation though. No premature geekulation. Anyways, sorry about that bad joke. These girls were sitting there looking at the Batgirl corset, which course it kind of looked kind of tacky because she didn't. The corset had up around over top of the cup where it was supposed to be. It had the bright yellow where it was, you know, normal insignia, of course, Batgirl insignia right there. But it had it over top of the cup, and I was just looking at it like, I don't know, that's okay, but it kind of looks kind of bad. I don't know. Call me old fashioned, call me old school. I liked it better the other way. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay. And I'm looking at the Harley Quinn one again, you know, and of course it's got, you know, the diamonds down the side of it with the 3 diamonds there. And then, you know, I was geeking out because it was typical Harley Quinn, like you saw in the comic books. And I was like, oh, you know, oh my God, this is so cool. She ruined my fun. These girls had to be no more than 18, 19, somewhere around in there. Of course, their lives are, you know, boys and magazines and hopefully not failing this class this month. They looked at me and they're going, you're not going to fit into that, so why are you looking at it anyways? And I said, excuse me? And they said this at the point where my husband wandered away. So I'm the only one standing there. My daughter's still off geeking over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is on the other side of the store and all this other stuff. And and I looked at him like, excuse me? What did you say? She goes, you heard what I said. You ain't big enough or you ain't small enough to fit into this yet. And I said, first off, A, you don't sit there and tell a random person that crap. Second thing, B, quit cussing in public. It does not make you look cool. It does not make you look grown. It makes you look more like an idiot. Although, you know, I do cuss, and you can hear it in my videos. I do cuss, but there's 2 ways of cussing. A, because you don't have the vocabulary enough to beat the other person down, so you got to sit there and say, you know, fuck, pussy, shit, damn it, god damn it. Sorry if that offends anybody. You know, fuck you, kiss my ass, blah, 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 blah. You got to say that crap, you know, just to make your point across, you know. Then there's that one. And then there's the other people, which I would like to consider myself. I don't know if you guys do. I apologize if you don't. And please let me know. But I do it to emphasize. And emphasize and shit. If I can't think of anything, I'll be like, and shit, you know. But sometimes it's for a more educated mind. So, and if you're the more educated mind and you have a high vocabulary and you like, or like Cartman and fuck, go for it. You know, because it'll throw people off after they do that, because then they'll think the other way about you. And then as soon as you start your eloquent vocabulary, they'll be just drop-jawed and jabberwocky and the whole nine. That's a great way to go. Anyways, I did this with these girls, and they're going. And I said, yeah, I'm a little older than I look. I said, and I was like, don't treat people like that. I told them plain and simple. I said, there was a YouTuber out on YouTube, Nicole Erber. I said, did a fat shaming video, but she wasn't fat shaming. You know, I said, it is fat shaming. I said, because you're trying to, piss people off or bully them into losing weight or anything like that. And I said, actually, you're helping them step over the edge of a roof. I said, or put a gun barrel in their mouth. I said, that's a form of bullying. I said, there's zero tolerance for that. I said, especially out here in society today. I said, there will be, there will be somebody at some point in time that will shut you up for what you've said. I said, don't do that. Start now. Stop that. And they're just looking at me like, I said, and honestly, girls, I said, I am not insulted by what you say. I said, that is your opinion. Fine, have it. But don't voice it because you think everybody within an earshot radius cares. Anyways, so those girls left me alone. And now I'm back onto the back wall where all the Star Wars stuff is. And there's a lightsaber. And of course, my daughter and I are sitting there, being dorks. And we almost got yelled at by the personnel there for playing with stuff. And then we wandered down a little bit further, and there was A Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I geeked out because that is my favoriteest movie in the world. I have the Monopoly Nightmare Before Christmas. It's fucking awesome. And I'm looking at the Jack and Sally stuff, and I'm looking at they even have Jack Skellington's bow tie. It's on a necklace. And I'm like, I have to get this, And I'm geeking out in the whole nine. And I'm still looking at these costumes. And then I posted pictures of it up on Gamer Goddesses, which was just the nerd stuff with classified nerd costume. And I'm sitting there looking like, what does it look like from the 1950s nerd? That's because I'm sitting here thinking about it, not as the sexual or sex or slutty aspect of it. I am looking at it at the geek nerd aspect of it. I am so sorry for doing that. I don't know if that's a hiccup or a burp or something else. I don't know. Or bleh. Anyways, I'm looking at the nerd aspect of it. I'm like, I'm a nerd. That's not a nerd. That's old school nerd. All right. That's like before Dungeons and Dragons and Hero Quest. Hero Quest is not a bad game. It is compatible with Dungeons and Dragons, and yes, I play it. I'm sorry. Nerd Factor 20. Okay. But, this is like when the old Nintendo game Wizardry, and way back where, they sat in front of the radio or they were the television set and watched science fiction theater, Yes, I know that one because of my parents. Nerds are born and bred, and they are made. So, but I posted it as the nerd factor, and it's like, these aren't nerds now, but I understand, like, the joke, and I understand that it's a costume, it's something to dress up for, but, some of the costumes there were insulting, and some of them were not, because they had, dressed like an 80s chick. I was born in 81, and I've looked at that stuff, I'm like, that was worn on a regular basis. Why are you making fun of it now? What's your problem? Is there a problem with that era? No. Fucking rock on, Def Leppard. Anyways. But anyways, as they were, as my family was wandering around in the whole nine, and we saw a whole bunch of cool stuff. They have very heavy glasses there, very heavy tumblers. That tumbler is a glass, by the way. It's not a very tall glass. It's a drinking glass, okay? Not liquor drinking, so don't go that far. But they had glasses there of Day of the Dead. And they had Ouija board ones, which I want so bad. They have Ouija board coffee mug, tumbler glass. They had keychains. They had socks. They had wallets. They had everything. It was awesome. And we were in there solely looking for stuff to add on to our costumes. Well, we found the hats for the boys. We're not buying them yet. We're waiting a little bit. I was looking for a blonde wig because since I am portraying Princess Peach, she can't very well have greenish, bluish, blondish hair here. So I'm getting a blonde wig. I understand that you guys are probably going to argue that, well, if you're going to modernize her, You keep your short hair and stuff like that. Well, no, I don't want to do it that far. Okay, she's still gonna have the long hair, but she's gonna, like punk it out. You know. But I was looking at the blonde bombshell or the Farrah Fawcett wig, that the one that flips around your face and the whole night, and and I'm like, I don't know which one. If you go to Spirit Halloween and search it in Google or Bing or whoever you use, and go to Spirits Halloween, and look up wigs, blonde wigs, you'll see what I'm talking about. I have no clue which one to do. But I'll figure it out, and I'll let you guys know, and I'll probably do a video about it right before we go trick-or-treating. That'd be awesome. Anyways, but the topic was really Halloween costumes and how they're literally undercut. Because some of them are very revealing, and some of them are like, oh my gosh, why is your butt hanging out the bottom of it, And my opinion is to each his own. To each his own. If you can rock it out, go rock it out, If your butt cheeks hang out and, whatever. Just, you better hope it's not cold that day, Because damn well it's going to be cold that night, and you're going to be putting something on over them things. But, to each his own, do what you want to. If you're a big girl and you want to wear stuff, like, go ahead. Okay? I would. That'd be an interesting thing to say, wouldn't it? I would, but, I have no problem with the short stuff and the whole nine. I don't have a problem with the short stuff. It's the person that's wearing it. If they have an attitude of oh, I'm going to look so whatever in this. I don't know the lingo nowadays. I'm going to use my lingo. I look so fly in this stuff. Oh, I'm going to be the shit. I don't give a shit who it is. It looks like I'm some superhero. Oh yeah, baby, I'm going to be superhero to you tonight. Kind of crap like that. If they have that kind of demeanor or vibe about them and you can see it, or you can at least get up to next to them and feel it. Not in the touchy-feely kind of way. The more like the energy, the vibe that they're giving off. Yeah. Those are the ones that put those costumes in a bad rep. Really bad rep. But other than that, if you guys are doing that for Halloween, I want to see it. I have a Facebook page up. The link is in the description. I also have a Twitter page up. The link is also in the description. I am getting efficient on this crap. I tell you, I have a new logo, and I have a new cover photo for my YouTube page. I have also changed it on my Twitter and my Facebook page. So, go ahead and check that stuff out, you guys. And also, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Especially share, okay? Share that piss out of this. Literally. You can only like it once. Because then it'll look really funny. It'll go 1 0 1 0 1 0. Don't do that. Click it once. Click like. Okay? Share the ever-living piss out of it. If you're in Facebook groups, share it. Just spam the share button. Go ahead. Go ahead. Share it. Subscribe. And it's the same thing as the like button. Don't go share, or don't go subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe, unsubscribe. It doesn't work that way. Click the like and subscribe button once. One time. Share the piss out of it. But other than that, I have a new intro and a new outro, and hopefully they work on this video. And if not, I'll get it figured out. But if you like it, let me know. Hit that like button. I would love for you to hit that like button. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Later, babies.